Welcome to Smoke Time. I'm Chandler, a magic practitioner and a trans man, and happy Pride Month, everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing and crafting up the Pride Protection spell. This is going to be a community working. I'm really excited. Let's just jump right into it. All right, here is everything that I'm going to be using to craft this spell up. I'll take like a second to show on screen like what I'm using specifically, why I'm using it. But if you're curious about any of what's in this spell, check the description down below. I'll have it all listed there. I'm trying to just be very like transparent and open so that anybody can use this spell work for their using. All right, so to start, here is the candle that I'm going to be using. So this was just originally a like white candle that I then took some crayons to because I wanted something more colorful for Pride. And I felt like a white candle would kind of hold that the best. So I just went ahead and used a tea light to heat it all up, and I melted the ends of my crayon and kind of just dabbed it on there. I don't know, it was really fun. It took like an hour. It lasted a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but here is the petition, the magic words, as well as the sigil that I'm going to be using for this working. This is my like personal protection sigil that I had created. If you have a different sigil or symbol or anything that you feel like kind of calls to you more, please use that instead for the working. But if you would like to use this symbol, I would be really honored. I use the sigil a lot with every protection thing that I use. I think it does really well, so I always put it on the outside of the petition, and then I folded this kind of just out into the universe so that, like I said, it goes for anybody. I really want this to serve the community and just kind of anybody that is needing some protection. And with the petition, I like to kind of put everything on top of this, and I guess like quotations around it. I like to marinate it in the elements of what I'm working with. So I'm going to put it in my cauldron. It's got a coffee like liner in here right now. I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to clean too hard today. So I'm gonna put that in there. Oh my gosh, in there. I went ahead and got everything mixed in here. That petition with the sigil is still at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it with it stirring clockwise because I want everybody, including myself, to receive this protection. And I'm just gonna do that until it feels right. Okay, that feels good. And then I will take this out. So there's that sigil again. So with this in mind, I'm now going to take some of my strength, protection, amplifying focus oil. I'm going to take this with a rather cheap dollar store paintbrush, and I'm going to do my best in the sunlight to see with the clear oil what I'm drawing, which is this sigil here, and I'm gonna put this upon my casting surface, and I'll come back and we can see the magic. Okay. I hope you can kind of see what I was talking about here. So you can kind of see it there. The sigil and oil has been placed. I'm gonna take the spell mix, dump it in the middle right now. I feel like this is I don't know, a really artistic, creative, cute, charming way to make the spell mix kind of more connected and a part of just the spell in general, so that it's not just dressing a candle, if that kind of makes sense. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and shake it up. Everything left over I'm gonna put back in the coffee filter, and that's what we'll use to dress the candle. Yeah. All right, let me shake this up better. But this one's pretty simple, and that was the design behind this sigil. Like, I wanted it to be kind of like strong, unwavering, like the sun, and dangerous and protective, like a spiked collar. That was the thought behind this sigil. Okay. Okay, so with the rest of the spell mix, I'm gonna go ahead and dress our lovely Pride candle, and I'm using, pardon the bottle, I took the label off, and it got covered in cat hair, but I'm using red chili honey, and you'll see why because of the earlier shot, but yeah, I think it really goes along well with this working, with the energy that I am crafting and casting upon. So I'm gonna go ahead and anoint that with this now. And I just finished setting up the rest of it off camera because it wasn't too many more elements here. So that is what it looks like. There is a little bit of the smell mix left over that I'm just gonna go ahead and save and use for other community castings on other days, probably out of Pride Month, since we've got this one here. Right, here is the full Pride protection spell. If you would like to receive the protection and the energy associated with this, please check back tomorrow for the casting video. I will try to upload it more so in the middle of the day than the evening, so that it can just kind of hopefully reach as many people as possible tomorrow. But if not, these videos will be on the internet, so you can have at them whenever you would like. I just really wanted to craft and share this working with the community, because I know right now, and just kind of as always, we are disregarded and harmed and hunted for just trying to exist as we would like to, and I'm really over it. And I want the community to have a really good Pride Month and not worry about any ill will or negativity, any harm or hatred. So that's what this spell is really crafted for. I just want everybody to be protected and have peace in their days, to get to exist as freely as they would like to, and as they would like to. So, like I said, if you are curious about any of this spell work, I'll have it all listed in the description down below. If you are wanting some more personalized, specific spell work, I offer that down below at my Etsy link. I'm here to cast for like any situation or circumstance, you know. I just want to help and get creative with it. But for tomorrow, I will be casting this Pride Protection Community spell. So yeah, if you would like to claim any of that energy, please check back, and I'm definitely going to be sharing a bunch of this week, so. Alright, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call this video. Check out my shorts if you're interested on some more specified details on this, but also just check back for Saturday for the casting video so that you can claim this energy and be protected and have a very awesome and glamorous Pride. Peace.